is tribute, but the worthy are mine to reap!
Welcome on back everyone to Total War Warhammer 3 in part 15 of our Skulltaker Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode we're here post a hotfix that is going to be doing a few nerfs to Skulltaker. So now anything that is going to be for defeating enemy lords is only going to be when Skulltaker himself does it. It actually looks like before we had extra bonus versus infantry. I wish I would have done a little bit of looking at this. I figured it was just giving it to Skulltaker regardless, but it seems like it was giving us to either all of our lords and heroes or just all of our units across the entire faction, which I think is, if this was the case, this was by almost even stronger than the Pyro Lord Plinko. Yeah, Skulltaker needed a little bit of a dial back. He is and was by far the strongest of the legendary lords. Now he's just a little bit less powerful, but still, I would say he's still the strongest of all the legendary lords we have in the game. Just with the nonsense he's able to actually do.
Never.
And Wrathful Reavers, we have no choice but to attack these. Rookie here, which is going to be a decisive defeat. Yeah, the Bloodrack Medusae make this quite difficult for our troops here. Still, we have the Hounds, which if they do, if we can get them in to surround the Medusa, we're in good shape. Let's still try it. They are going to all be very tired, so when it comes to actually crossing swords, we should have a pretty good advantage. Alright, so we have the means to win, but we'll see. And our main forces in the trees here. Flesh Hounds are going to do the same, keep them hidden in the trees. Furies just along the center. Lord in the woods, and can you hide in the woods too? No, this one's going to have it all the way back here. Alright, let's do it. Bring it on, Druki. So they are going to advance on us. It looks like, even if it's very slow. Okay, so they're sending the artillery forward. This is perfect. Foolish. Arrogant AI. Yes, send your Reaper Bolt throwers in. These Medusa have very low range. Let's have you go behind the trees. If they want to fire, so be it. I will also pull you behind those trees, and these two can come this way. Just really pull those ballista away from their lines. As soon as they're out of range of the Bloodback Medusa, we can send in the Furies, and even if we lose them, we're still coming out of that on top. But a few of those ballista shots will make it through. Let's start moving all of these guys up. Battlehounds move in. Furies, let's get a bit closer. Guys in the woods are still hidden. Have these Bloodletters go all the way through. These Bloodletters go hit the Sisters. They are hiding up front here with the Blood Rack, which makes sense. Hounds get in there, take them down. You go stop any Dark Shard shenanigans. Oh, you repeater crossbow cowards. If we catch you, you're doomed. Blood Rack Medusas, though, are going to be very dangerous. Help us out here. You do the same with the Sisters of Slaughter. Sure, we're gonna deal all the damage you can. pull these two hounds away, and these guys can keep pursuing the Dark Riders. Our Lord can sneak through. Not very simply, though. So the Flesh Hounds will have them come through and take out the Dark Shards. Dude of Death in here. Magical attacks are dangerous. Let's have the Furies that are losing their fights. Now the Flesh Hounds are here. We'll have the frontal group get in there and start chasing off the Dark Shards. Their frontline forces are gone, so we'll be able to catch these Bloodrack Medusas. Granted, we will lose some units. Keep chopping through there. Keep pursuing those Dark Shards. There's one of the Medusa in the woods, huh? Oh, they all came in to fight. Makes sense. We're at an extreme disadvantage, though. To the Furies after the Dark Shards that are fleeing. There is no escape. Only the Void. Drag down those Medusae. They're all in one spot, so it should be easy to keep them bogged in now. My Beastmaster's gone. Right, Hounds, let's keep moving. Get rid of the Dark Shards here that are pleading for their puny lives. Beastmaster is gone. Go ahead and give these guys the Too Angry to Die and charge them. Keep charging them, these Medusa. Take them down. Flesh Hound. Run down these Dark Shards. That group's broken. You'll love to see it. Even with a inferior force, you might still be able to win this one. Actually have you finish off the Beastmaster there. Make sure they're all fighting the same unit. You guys trying to catch. Medusa had to have just enough room to get away, so we might associate just because of that. Keep moving, Hound Dogs.
Take skulls.
Scare the Medusa off. That is a pretty easy win there. Let's go ahead and charge into the back of these Dark Shards with the entire swarm. Beastmaster's gone. Let's scare off these Dark Shards. That Medusa's gone. And like that, I think we get the chain route. Yep, here goes the whole line. Bring the Hounds through. Pursue the Dark Riders. We don't want our guys to get too far apart. All of the actual warriors pursue the Blood Rack. In fact, let's ignore the crossbows and go make sure those Medusae do not come back. That one's shattered permanently. Keep our boys together and keep doing the same. We'll just ignore the other Drukis. They're not fast enough to keep up with us. Leadership's coming back here, so let's go ahead and surround. Drop it back down again. Running through these Dread Spears. This Medusa's back. Let's have the Furies go and surround them. Hopefully the trees can keep them protected from those volleys. Go for the Dude of Death just to power that up. Two Hounds after this Medusa. Bring the Shrine back alongside the rest of the boys. Looks like they're just giving up with these units over here. Make the battle take longer for us is their only strategy. Run down the Medusa. Snake Lady is no match. She breaks and runs for the hills. Let's have them come alongside there. Pretty dangerous combatant, though. Alright, you all go run down these Dark Riders, and we'll just have you kind of push through into the shades. Oh, they're just Dark Shards. Alright, this Medusa breaks, and at that point, that's the end for the Druki. We've got plenty to run on down, even though they are in March. We're just going to do it for the extra skulls and experience, and I'll catch you in a moment. Right, we secure a Pyrrhic victory, but none of our Khorne Furies come back from the dead. How unfortunate. Hasselgorm, though, gets absolutely embarrassed out of the open seas. We'll take the replenishment.
Rejoice.
Easy game, easy money. Although now the Wrathful Reavers are in a bit of trouble, so let's go find ourselves a easy settlement rush. Oh, hello there. I'm thinking the Wrathful Reavers are due. And you know what, that's just fine. The other change is that for each Blood Host army we have out on the field, it's going to make recruiting more Blood Host armies even more expensive in terms of skulls. So we'll have to see just how far that's being pushed. We have a heap of Blood Host armies right now. We've got Millen moving their way on up. Bold strategy. They may be trying to double team this army here, but I don't think they can both make it in. Close defeat might be enough to keep them from attacking, which would be hilarious. Alright, building upgrades down in Tlox. Fortunately, Hellkeek is here. Looks like all of our building was taken care of last episode. We'll just go ahead and skip on through. We can prepare Skeggy. Then we'll end our turn. Over here in the Empire with Skulltaker and his Nemesis Crown. Alright, so the Jade Court is going to sally forth and face us. Funnily enough, of course Yuan Bo is going to be a problem, but we can probably take on his entire army and come out on top. So let's take to the field and deal as much damage as we can. Right, Ziggurats are casting their satellite TV. So what we need to do is set up the Bloodletters in kind of a two-man squad up front. And these guys a little bit further back. Flesh Hounds, we can hide in the woods. Not over there, but over here. The two shrines all the way to the top of the hill. Or I guess we can have the other one on this side. Leader in the center here, and then all of our Furies ready to go land on top of the Jade Warrior crossbows. Alright, Yuan Bo, what you got? Onward, the Emerald Crusaders march. Being bunched up here is probably the best call. Let's go ahead and have our Furies rush out to the sides. In both cases. Flesh Hound's going to stay further back. This will force their units to react to the Furies, and then we can go ahead and show off our infantry legions as well. So they know where they're at. Stay well away from those peasant archers. But close enough that we can convince Yuan Bo that you should maybe cast some spells at them. Jim's Burning Gaze would hurt, but I prefer to go to the Furies than anything else. I can see the rest of our army. That is really causing some confusion here. Pull away. There's the Shim's Burning, and they did a heap of damage for a very cheap spell. We'll stay back and let him keep advancing. What kind of other things do you have going on here? Thankfully, no meteorite yet. As you can see, the archers are Getting a bit too far extended. Draw them back into the woods. They know we're there. Need warrior crossbows they are, but they are still doomed. Love these archers to try to ignore the rest. They are... Oh, and Shim's Burning Gaze, too. Clever. They do dodge. Let's see if they can win. Alright, he's buffing them up with the Jade Shield, so let's go ahead and pull away from that nonsense. Don't allow them to start firing, though. Just flank back in. Go run through those peasant archers. Get sand. Well, actually, let's keep the attack up on these crossbows here. So let's come out of the forest. Or Shim's burning, but it is far too late for them. Get the hounds out of there. These three will pull two of you wide. You come and lay on into these as a long spears, and then you come around this way. There's a Shim's Burning Gaze. Pretty dangerous. Go ahead and get out of there. Go Doot of Death on this front line. Run them down. Let's go ahead and get back to the air, move this way. Go straight through the line. More dueling with you on bow is not fantastic, but that's what's going to happen here. Charging through. These peasant archers are your new victims. We'll just have them to circle to do the same. Too angry to die on our lord while he fights you on bow. Keep ripping through these Cathayans. Exalteds, get in there. Send the weak Furies this way, and the other ones up after these archers. Our lad is unfortunately in execution range. Be another one where the Cathayans themselves are all going to get wiped out, but you on bow might manage to survive. Bring you back through, let the boys assist. Smash into the line here, let's roll this flank. Same thing over here, roll the flank. Back into the fray. One bow will be the only one to survive this battle. We'll send him both of the battle cards after Yuan Bo himself. And surround with one of the Furies too. Keep cutting through these long spears. This group of archers is doomed. We'll send the Barks back to go maul those archers. More melee attack. Yuan's army is gone. Charge here, just keep ripping apart these Cathayans. None of them are allowed to return. Battle cards pull away for a moment, let Yuan Bo fight the normal Bloodletters. Too angry to die is active again. Rush across the field, looks like that whole group is shattered. Yuan Bo's leadership is even starting to falter. And surround and destroy. And the Jade Dragon just gives up like that. How unfortunate for your men. Yeah, we'll see if we can't drag down the Jade Dragon, because anyone they're going to replace him with is going to be way weaker. And I will catch you in a moment. And against all odds, the Raging Eaters pull out a victory, and our Lord comes back from certain death.
You savage crusade! The blow must be clean. I never risk damaging the
Was Bradley gonna try to beg for peace too? Each 3D for 4K? I think not. So they're gonna come out and attack. This army stands no chance. We'll go ahead and give that one over.
In the realm, nothing lives that comes this close.
I am the most important, biggest Skaven. You will hear Mimi. No, we will not. Alright, Clan Spittle moves in on Tlax, and like we expected, he brings a second army too. What a wuss. So they're moving as one big force to go after our small settlements. They're very brave, aren't they? One dragon down, wins magic cost for all spells there, which is not good for any of your ornate armies. They stole way more gold than they probably should have been able to. If we were to triumph upon every battlefield, if we're to bathe in the blood of every enemy, we must lure legendary warriors beyond compare to our murderous cause. Put out the call. Extra Lord recruit rank, more capacity for cultists, and recruit rank for them too. Several settlements have fallen to destruction, and you can definitely see the AIs working together here. It's pretty amusing. And somehow the AI is still able to flee from settlements when they're surrounded, which I'm not even sure how that's possible. We'll go ahead and take the Blood Hall, and then I think we shall... The Blood for the Blood God is now costing 4,800 skulls, which really is not that much. Let's raise it. That's what you get. We'll swap them over into combat trials for when Millen shows up.
Ridiculous.
I agree. Your actions are quite ridiculous.
Blood speaker.
Ignore the... Well, it's not ignore. It's just all of the enemy factions are working together.
Truth is war.
And they're not even trying to pretend like they're not all working together.
War is corn.
We move in on Rakarth, and Rakarth runs like a coward. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on here at the Skull Throne. Instantly replenishes movement range. How perfect. Well, that's what we're going to use.
The soul unbound.
Rakarth runs. And I'm probably just going to kill Rakarth with an auto resolve because it's what he deserves.
An unworthy pursuit.
Come here, buddy. A Pyrrhic victory. Alright, well now you've made me grumpy. And the salt shall flow as thick as the blood. Alright, so this is our battlefield. One that is definitely going to benefit our side. Alright, so we will deploy the Khorne warriors up front. Heavy anvil. Which we'll have in a bit of a dome formation. We'll call it the skull. We'll call this the skull formation. We'll have the slaughter guard in the center, looking to give someone the old chop. We'll put 2 shrines in. Cannons in front of the shrines to fall back afterwards. I grabbed all the Skull Reapers. Skull Reapers for flank ripping. Flesh Hounds for dueling with enemy hounds and then going after the Dark Shards in the back line. And then our Shrine in the center. We've got so many buffs coming out right now. I will do the other Berserkers here. And the dual weapons also inside. Do something like this.
Skull Reapers of Scaramore.
Skull Reapers of Scaramore. We're just missing our Bloodletters, which we will deploy in the very far back. And use them for anti-bear duties.
Desolation will grow.
Scar and our Lord together. No one's going to stop. Hounds and cannons. Let's just take a real quick look through the abilities. Murderous Exhortations, Banner of Hellfire. We still have multiple damage over time abilities, which is great. And we can heal up Scar if he really needs it. Let it begin. Absolutely. Skull Cannons, start bullying those Dark Shards. We can damage as many of those bean poles as possible before they close the gap. I'm here for it. Although these trees might be saving their lives. Not that time. Just the edge of their range, although that was a perfect hit right in the center. So if you switch to firing here, these ones can maybe hit that. Oh, over here, it'll be way easier. Splash right in the center. That skull actually made it through. Ah, splashed way too soon. This one coming right on in and hits the leak swords instead. Nicely done. A direct hit on this Berenstein bear. I don't know if they know we have a limited cannon shots or what, but they're just sitting here absorbing these hits. One hit the tree. There, now they're on their way in. They've realized that getting shot is the worst. A little bit of a miss there, so they're all coming down through the valley. How perfect. We're gonna try to splash into the bleak swords a bit, just so we can weaken their front line. We're sending the bears way wide.
For chaos.
So we will make sure the slaughter guard is there to stop them.
Yes.
Here come reinforcements too.
We'll
Just gotta keep them back.
For the throne.
Love the 2 new blood shrines. Alright. Cannons back behind our lines. Hounds back too.
Tireless in destruction. The Scarabs.
Send the demons to be our flanks. I love that they're just like, look, we're gonna flank you very, very hard. There's nothing you can do about it. Good for you, losers. Send them in to take down those harpies. Here comes Rakarth.
Fury follows my toy.
Yoink. Give him some new targets. We'll send the flesh hounds round the flank. And now we deal with Rakarth. You poor fool. I give the extra damage to Scar. Give Scar his extra damage. Alright, now we charge. The pathetic aggressive flanks are coming on in now. You deal with this master. Slam in here. Skull cannons go snatch some souls from these feral cold ones. How's the Blood Hunt do your thing? Losing those harpies. Or those furies. Where did the bears go? Oh, here they are. Such a goofy strategy. We are going to flank you. Okay. Neat.
It's called commands. Khans
Rakarth is... He actually broke free from Scar. Impressive. Gate of Corn to activate more friends. Drag that wyvern down. And an easy win. Ended up losing the Furies, though.
Army of the Dark Gods.
Did she shoot one more time before she died? Where is she? There she is.
Kill, maim,
Drag down these bears. Duh, bears. Need to be asked some questions. We'll go ahead and use the heals on... Really, no one needs it. Scar just hunted down Rakarth, which should break the rest of his forces. There goes that master. Don't want to kill everyone. I don't mind the master not making it out of here. That way we can do some more hunting with whatever army replaces Rakarth. They replace Rakarth with. So I'm going to hunt down as many of these guys as we can to keep their army alive. I'll catch you in a moment. And Kevin completely flatlines Rakarth in a decisive victory. We will take the extra skulls.
Reap their remains.
Absolutely, we're nearing the 100,000 mark with Corn as well, which is incredible. We hit the 100,000 with Goldfag and Skulltaker so incredibly quickly. Their campaigns are so much easier than Gorbad's. It's not even funny. All right, Kevin. Let's get moving.
We summon the hosts.
We summon the hosts.
Suck blood first.
Well, let's go ahead and hand over whatever kind of upgrades we can, because we can definitely afford all of them. Apologies, I'm trying not to get a bit of a tickle in the back of the throat. I'm trying not to cough. Nurgle's trying to bring us down. Alright, I'm going to mute for a moment, and I'm going to try to remember not to, try to remember to actually unmute.
Walking skulls, come to Corn. Exalted, bloodthirsty.
Alright, I think I've mostly recovered. Sitting there dying the entire time. Let's see if my mic is having an aneurysm thinking about it. Alright, so let's get in here towards the Old Masters Company. We could take down Marienburg and the fort and easily make it into Melikor. So let's go ahead and grab... We'll move to Fort Burnbrez first, so we can burn this. I love the double soul grinder.
When the blade strikes.
I don't trust the auto-resolve. Let's have us a couple of battles kind of back-to-back here. Into the fort. These kind of siege battles, you're not able to build any kind of siege equipment, so we'll just have to blast away and get aggressive. Onward. Alright, so we're only going to want to weather a little bit of the wall fire, so let's do 3 here, 3 behind, so we can kind of legion up. Heralds of Khorne's Fury in the very back. Same thing with the Hounds. Not cut out for attacking settlements. You guys are siege attackers, but I don't think you're going to be doing as good of a job as a Skulltaker will. So Brass-Tide, you'll lead here, and then we'll have the other Blood Shrine leading the other side. In fact, this shrine is going to get replaced with another Blood Reaper as soon as we can. Karanak with the Blood Beasts. Let's do the 2 Soul Grinders a little ways apart from one another. And then the cannons are going to be in charge of tearing down this first tower. Honestly, tearing down both towers. We can cut it. Alright, let it begin. No groups needed for this battle. You guys just take the walls as quick as you can. You land here, Skulltaker, take as much of their attention as possible. Move on into the walls. You three take this position. Speed Karanak up, speed you up. Let's land right in the middle of these crossbows. We can at least deal some damage to them. If we're close enough, we'll just kind of let that run along. Try not to get taken down by our own towers here. Ironak's made it on end. Do the Nemesis ground. That's perfect. Enjoy. We are doomed. So very true. Sparkle. Those are just like bottles. Bottles full of doom. Completely deleted that unit. Blood Reaper, let's go over here and give these guys some extra attack power. We'll just group them. And send them all forward as one blood cult. Indeed. Buff them up. Tower is almost down. Let's go ahead and have the shotgun switch position, and you can just start taking out crossbowmen in the way there. Okay, so giving him the attack all forward order completely broke there. You three get up on the walls like that. Still a very cool picture. Let's go get out of ammo, get up there. Just bring both of them in. Through the gates, sit in the boys. Upgrade all the abilities, weaken these. Halberdiers, you come through into the cavalry there. Flush hounds in with Karanak, come on now. And ball those Halberdiers. Easy. Blood Beasts, get in there. Heralds of Corn, you guys do the same. Just go find you some crossbows and give them a headache. It's going to be glorious. Don't give them an inch. Alright, everyone, onward. I realize our bloody fist has been flapping around this whole time. Go take down these crossbows. Infantry, now that you're up on the walls, destroy them. You see the blades rising and falling. Each time, the men of the Empire are cut down in droves. Go ahead and drop another Nemesis ground here. I don't know, I think it's time to leave. Bottle smash down and eliminating both of those units cold, and that is the game. Like, they've got a couple of guys still over here fighting. Get in there and go take down the knights in the back line there. Those crossbowmen are yet to break. Gotta give it a knife. They're charging headlong into juggernauts. That is what we call a slide into the sewers. And a successful siege. Only 8 fall in the siege of the fort, which is just glorious. A minor speed bump. And even though it's costing us a lot more, I'm still gonna blood for the blood god here. Skulltaker is now a seasoned campaigner, so extra movement range, less attrition, and a perfect vigor forever. Battle and Bone Masters, we are gonna send you into Bretonia. We're gonna send Skulltaker up towards Marienburg. Into all sagas. Let's give Karanak scouting. Kevin, you're doing pretty well for yourselves. Go ahead and give you brutal charge into slaughter for a bit more resistances. Slaughter and kill for Scar. It's up to 50 defense, that's pretty nice. He just doesn't really care about defending himself. So who's Marienburg fighting?
My hand hovers close to my...
Just the scaling.
To be honest, I'd rather
I'll
be
join your
waiting,
war with
but
Nordland,
you have my
and you
time.
give me Ash. It'll take to the longships. And soon your skulls will adorn Horn's throne all the same.
Skulls for the Skull Throne.
Go obliterate Marienburg here. Nice and simple. If we need to just replenish our health this time, so now it's going to be 5,100. It is increasing by quite a bit. We are still going to make more though. We have plenty of skulls.
Bloody servants.
Indeed. So we have enough movement we can reach Bellicor.
Agreed.
Agreed, he says.
Eternal glory.
Born's Glare, we can take control of an unoccupied ruin. Just grab Marienburg like that. Yeah, let's do it. Marienburg belongs to Khorne now.
Blood. Oh, the blood god. Skull.
Skulls weird. Nowhere near our 800.
Skull Throne.
Rawl, if you could come up here and do some wounding on Grungzin's garrison. Beautiful. He's like, well, hang on now. What are you up to there, Skulltaker?
I butchery one now.
Oh, don't worry about it.
For Khorne
Just
is
prepare thine
eternal.
Bellicorian cheeks.
Herald of Khorne.
I think one more battle here for this episode, we will hunt down Bellicor. Let's attack Hexus first. That way it's a little bit of a smaller army. Who all are you fighting?
Stay in the shadows.
I'm not at war with Corone, so I can join.
You are a guest in my realm. You will act like it.
I would not even,
or I
don't
will
even
strike
admit
you down where you
Skulltaker
stand.
into your court. That was such a bad idea. See you later, Lewin. I've got demons to hunt.
Plenty upon me. Heed. Pray.
Bellicor does a double take when he sees the Juggernauts come flying in. Lowe's victory, we could just auto-resolve Bellicor. That would be boring, though. Time to butcher chaos. Alright. The reinforcements are coming in from this side, and he has split his troopers up. Only one spear there and some bloodletters. Seems like a fool idea to me. Set the soul grinders up. The cavalry behind them, we need them to be a little bit more square so they can actually fit in the choke point. Big flappy flyer. Are you faster or slower? Okay, so faster by 2, so we definitely want to keep them where they're at. I'll have the 5-round burst Spokane going this way, the other one attacking this other flank. Flesh Hounds of Khorne, you are going to strike when the iron is hot after everyone is already engaged with the armored lads. And Kiranak's gonna go with them, of course.
Blood. Skull.
We'll make our good old legion of bloodletters here. As we do. One blood shrine over here, the hero on the Z side, and then Skulltaker to launch into that front line. Especially with the Nemesis ground. So the units we'll make this time are going to be Skulltaker and his lads. This big squad, and then the 2 cannons. Let it begin. Roll all the way up. We'll have you go obliterate the trolls, and you do the same to the bloodletters. Advance there, Karanak. We'll have you just kind of flap in and go deal with the enemy flyers, thank you. Advancing works fine. Blast them for me. Go through into the chariots. Secondary Legion, just kind of come on in behind. We'll find a target for you later. We will shackle this lord and find a way for Skulltaker to sneak around.
The Slayer sword awaits one.
Go ahead and have you guys fall back. The 5-round burst cannon keep annihilating these guys. Weaken here. Onslaught. Summon the friends. Blood God. Earthward. Annihilate them. Oh, nice. They did get the devastating flanker charge there. Alright, cavalry, you know what to do. Crunch them. You get some metal spells before he fell. Thorn shrugs off your callous magic. Weakling. Right before we manage to take him out. Another really good shot there. And here comes Bellicor. Let's see if Bellicor can handle the Bloody Fist. Ooh, let's see if he can handle the Bloody Fist when we have reinforcements. Bring everyone else through. We'll get into. They've all won their battle, so let's bring the Bloodletters up. Secondary battles are also won. Let's bring these guys around this other way. Keep moving through. Undogs come all the way through. You fire on those pink horrors. Bloody Fist, you go deal with the Feral Manticore. Blood Beast is coming back around and smash into these Marauder Horsemen. Aranak, you go get Bellicor, a perfect target for you. Well, then another Manticore's coming on in. Annihilate. Looks like the leadership on our foes is already broken. Use the mass to make it all the way through. Ration in these Marauders of Siege for me. Let's have you pursue those horsemen. And the Blood Beast can keep beating the smack out of Jamal the henchman. Bellicor has been caged down. It's going nowhere.
Lack of skill.
Let's go get this last Manticore. Lack of skill undoes the champion. And the challenge. That's gonna be a pretty good shot there. Bellicor falls. The Shadow Master, absolutely no match.
Cut down the chaff.
Feud of Death will have you all crash into this group. You got those pink horrors. Nice Jimmy Rustling charge there. And our foes are no more. That beast is gone. I'm positive I told you to go up here and take down that Hell Cannon, but I guess that's too much work. Or too dangerous. Glorious. The only thing the enemies have left is that Hell Cannon crew, so we'll do our best to run them down. I'll catch you in a moment. Alright, decisive win against the Shadow Legion and Bellicor, so that's 2 champions slain for the price of 1. We'll go ahead and take the extra goals. Nemesis Crown has leveled up. The dark and ancient power of the Nemesis Crown is stirring. Before you lies a momentous decision, a choice that may impact the course of destiny and the fate of the entire world. You could seal the crown away, discarding the power it grants so that its malign presence may never affect you again, but why should you? If this power cannot be destroyed, then why should you not be its bearer? You shall indeed keep the crown. Replenishing an extra 10% campaign movement range after winning a battle. It does increase our upkeep by 10%. We have so many reductions, though, that doesn't really matter at all. We have 15% extra hit points, 100% more skulls gained from kills, and then all of the extra boosts to our weapon and missile strength. Incredible. First Damned is the last to know that his time is up once more. Cast off and cursed by the ruinous powers until they can perhaps find a use for him in a few millennia. We'll get more control, casualty replenish rate, winds of magic, and weapon strength for the whole army. Most of those are garbage. Weapon strength, though, we are up to 55 on our Exalted Bloodletters. Our lords are obscene, of course, but just 55 on a normal infantry group is insane.
Skulls for the skull.
We'll take down the rest of you fools here. Having these go for the Blood God is going to be way too expensive, so we'll have this be for the Skull Throne. They come around to Burning Corona as well. We can actually reach Corona. Well,
I live for this.
Altdorf is having a very bad time. We'll simply auto-resolve here. We will have this one also go to the Skull Throne. Move on to Ulingi. Burn this to the ground as well. Or the Skull Throne. Oh, we can keep moving? Oh no. We can reach Castle Artois, or we can take down Carrig here, gain a little bit more, and go after Lyonesse. Always hunt. Just 2 more battles before the Nemesis Ground levels up. Yet again. How to resolve these poor fools. I will replenish this time. Carrig was slain. Let's give Karanak his skill points. We will do Brass Collar for maximum resistance of spells, and then 2 points into scouting. Alright, Skulltaker. Now, we can't quite reach Castle Artois. We can reach Mousillon, though, so what we're going to do is we're going to take out Lyonesse here. Who you were all at war with.
This is Bretonia.
This is Bretonia. Not for long.
Whatever you was offering, Grom could always just seize it.
You think so? We'll see about that later on. I'm going to be bowling your chunky gobbo self straight into the sea at my earliest convenience.
Yes, a good day.
They run. I should have attacked the NS proper, that way I could have taken out both of them. Close victory now. Alright, so now we're getting a little bit spicy. Well, let's go ahead and fight this battle ourselves. But we'll do so here in the next episode because we've gone above the hour mark for today's episode. So thank you all so much for stopping by today's Blooded Wanderers campaign. If you'll enjoy the video, please remember to leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub, though, and we'll see you all in the next one.